Hey gang, it is almost Wednesday. We are almost live, just pretend, but we are the dentists in the know. Welcome to Humpday Happy Hour, everyone. As you know, this is your backstage pass to current trends, politics, and education in the dental world. It is almost live, but it is not
always
over a cocktail. You can pretty much catch that at any time. To my right is Dr. Chad Duplantis, and to my left is Dr. Jennifer Bell. We are all practicing dentists. We are all educators. We are all business owners. And guess what our job is? It's to bring all of you in the know. Tonight, we have a couple of people that have really also made a difference in dentistry and organized dentistry. Both of them very involved with the American Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry. And we're really excited to have two such impactful people with us. Bobbi Stanley is with us and Carla Soto from the AACD. But my message is, whatever it is you're passionate about, just get involved on the backside too, and be a voice and a voice of reason. So really excited to have them. We don't really have news tonight because we wanted to leave enough room for Carla and Bobbi to talk about the upcoming AACD meeting in Orlando. That's happening April 27th through the 30th. So would one of you do the honors of introducing them?
I would be glad to. So I'm going to first introduce one of the members of the educational committee for this year's AACD annual conference, Dr. Bobbi Stanley from Cary, North Carolina. And so, Bobbi, welcome to the show.
Hey, Bobbi.
Hey, guys. Thank you.
And I'd also like to go ahead and bring up, if that's okay with you all, Dr. Carla Soto, who practices in Boca Raton. And, you know, you've probably seen these faces around a number of publications all over the web, but they are both two fantastic clinicians. Although I'd never met Bobbi until tonight, I've known about her for many years. I met Carla a few years ago and seen what she's done with DSD. And I am going to, I'm going to let Bobbi tell us a little bit about the meeting that's coming up, and then we're going to bounce some questions off of Carla, who's actually speaking at the meeting. So, Bobbi, take it away.
Yes, thank you. So I'm super excited to say that the AACD conference is back this year after 2 years of being away with COVID. We're all getting together face to face in beautiful, sunny Orlando, Florida, and it's going to be a magical time. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a little bit mad. Our theme for our opening night is Wonderland. We're all mad here. And it's going to be based on the Alice in Wonderland theme. And so we're all buying costumes and all dressing up like Mad Hatters. And it's just going to be a wonderful time. A lot of dancing, a band, a lot of socializing, and just getting together with our friends again, which is what we really want to do. The meeting itself is just full of educational knowledge. It's probably, to me, one of best cosmetic conferences that you can go to. As a matter of fact, when younger dentists ask me how they can learn about cosmetics, I always tell them you have to start at the AACD conference because there are so many hands-on sessions there that you can just get so much information and learn so much. I've been going for many, many, many years, and every time I go, I just learn so much more. It's great. And this year we're having a lot of big speakers. Dr. John Coyce is going to be there. Dr. Carlos de Carvalho is going to be there. And I'm really excited to say that my really good friend, Carla Soto, is going to be there doing a hands-on and a lecture. And guys, if you have not heard Carla lecture, you have got to be there because she's very passionate. Of course, she's Latino and it all comes out. It just kind of flows over into you and it just draws the audience in. And it's just so much fun. I love her passion. So it's going to be a great time. And I suggest you come from Wednesday through Saturday because it starts with a party. And then on Saturday, it ends with the Celebration of Excellence, which is the big gala, which is always a great time to dress up. And we haven't had nearly enough opportunity to dress up since COVID. So gowns and tuxedos and just a lot of fun.
Wow.
Awesome.
I need outfits. I need a bunch of outfits.
I feel like we should be
And
packing
I'm like,
now.
whoa.
Hey, before we close, I have a question for you all.
We haven't even interviewed them yet. You ready to close
I know,
the
but
show?
I'm bringing this up because I want everybody to be thinking what this is, because we're going to place bets at the end of this, okay? And we're gonna mention some names, but I have a question regarding the Mad Hatter party, so don't let me forget to ask that by the end.
Oh, yay. That's going to be great. Good.
Yeah.
I put it on my to-do list here.
There you go.
Party.
So I want to just throw the first question out to both of you all, and this is maybe real simple, but to me, I think that a lot of young dentists fear the AACD, not in a bad way, but like, oh my gosh, these people are so good. It's just such an elite organization, and I think that that's a misconception, because there are some absolutely amazing people in there. But to the young dentist that's out there, what does the AACD mean to you? Why did you become involved? And, I think I know the answer to this last part of it, but when's a good time to become involved as a dentist in the AACD?
Well, I can start answering that.
All right.
Because I've been in dentistry a lot longer than Carla. I'm a lot older. So I'll tell you, way back when I started dentistry, I wanted to learn about cosmetics. And so I sought out the Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry. And it was very intimidating to put myself out there as a young person, to go before these people who I knew, like the Betsy Batemans and the Scott Finleys and people like that, who have really big names that you see everywhere. And I will tell you, I have never been to a meeting that I haven't had a hello, well, you're welcome. What can I do for you? I mean, it's just so open and so welcoming. And if there's a get together afterwards, there's somebody grabbing you by the arm saying, come on, whether they know you or not. So it's so welcoming. It's not intimidating. And I would say to go out there. I know Carly doesn't have that problem. She's just so, her personality is so big that everybody wants to be around her. But, a small girl from North Carolina, it very much was intimidating for me. And even now, I mean, I'm not accredited. So, I'm not one of the elite in the academy, but I believe in what the academy stands for. And I believe in the education that they present to people. And so even though I'm not accredited, nobody snubs their nose at me because of that. And nobody looks at me as a lesser dentist because of that. I'm still welcome. I'm still part of the gang. I'm still part of the academy. And it's always great every time I go back.
I think that's a really good point. There's so much diversity. I mean, for me in particular, I will say that I was kind of intimidated before I went to my first one. And it like basically it's almost like what Bobbi is saying, but now being on this end, and actually, which is so surreal, getting to actually lecture on it. I am not accredited. I have only like DDS letters after my name. That's all I have. Bobbi has like a million letters after her name. So I think what they're trying to do is bring that diversity and that relatability too. I mean, and if anyone is intimidated, please come to me, because I have no accreditations. Like I'm just like a normal, like I'm you kind of thing. So I think that's definitely the perspective. But the cool thing about it is that it does give you like a little peek and like the window of these greats, these amazing people that do incredible things. And it doesn't mean that you had to absolutely do exactly what each one is doing, but you can grab a tip here and like a little thing here, a little trick here, and then start making your own magic at home. So I think it's of that one-stop shop for it. If you have a tiny bit of interest, then that's a great way, to get exposed to all of these amazing. I mean, this year is incredible, and even if I wasn't lecturing, I was going. So besides, we have some really amazing friends getting their fellowship, their accreditation. So it's a very special, definitely a very special year to be part of it as well.
Yeah,
and one of the things that I would add to that, I mean, and I've been to a couple of the meetings. A few years back, I was honored to speak there, and it was actually the most amount of, like, I was there from the very beginning to the very end. And aside from making a lot of really great social events, I mean, you can't forget about the quality of the education that you're going to get in that short period of time. And really, everybody has a good selection of courses. If you really want to get great with your composite skills, then there's a track for you to go down that way. If you really want to talk about luting and indirect, you can do that. And there was just something for everybody, and the quality of all those offerings I just found to be just amazing. I mean, you're not going to find that many great speakers on those topics in one place at very many meetings. I mean, certainly not for most of the state dental meetings or anything like that.
Right. And if you do, it's not hands-on. You'll see them lecture, like, in the keynote speakers, like back to back, but you don't get them for like 3 hours in a hands-on. So I think that's a special part of it. And like you said, picking that track and just following that, or maybe, wanting to have a little bit of everything. So I think that's what's the most special thing about it.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, that doesn't happen by accident. I mean, being on the educational committee, there are hours and hours and hours of seeking out the right topic and asking people. Like this year, technology was big. We have scanners, we have 3D printers. So we said, we've got to have some hands-on for this stuff, because this is what people want to know. We don't ask speakers to come and speakers say no. They love being part of AACD. They know that if they're presenting, it's going to be high level, it's going to be quality education, and there are going to be people who are there to learn. And that's what the AACD is all about. It's really about putting out quality education, but it's also about the friendships. The friends that you make with the AACD are lifelong friends, and they're really deep bonds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carly, can you tell us a little bit about what you're going to be lecturing on and some of the focus topics that you're going to present? There's some really exciting stuff that I can't wait for you to talk more about.
I'm so excited too. And I've been lucky enough to have some conversations with you about some of these things, and some of these topics are very near and dear to our heart, because, there's, you kind of realize all of this stuff that happens in the background before we get something, right? Yeah. So that's why I'm particularly excited about some of the topics that I'll be lecturing. So I have 2 different sessions. I have one session which is just a lecture format, and that one is almost like my passion and what makes me wake up at in the morning. And if I had that on my schedule, it's literally like it's going to be an amazing day. And that's utilizing the DSD philosophy and mock-ups to have that emotional connection to your patients and elevate the way that you're presenting treatment plans and communicating and really connecting. And of course, utilizing technology to be able to achieve that, and let you focus on what really matters. So that's the lecture component. I've been a KOL for DSD, and I lectured with Christian and all of that for years now, and it's ridiculous for me to hear myself say that it's been for years, because it really feels like it's kind of flown by. But I met Christian in 2017, and it's been a roller coaster. If any of you guys is friends with Christian, you know what a roller coaster Christian is as a friend and as a professional. So it's been amazing. And then,
so, Carla, I just want to throw this out there, because everyone watching may not know who you're referring to when you say Christian. We're talking about Christian Coachman, of course. So
sorry. I always
we just assume that everybody knows him by his first name, but
if you don't know him, you should, because it's like he's just
like
full of passion and charisma, and just what I've experienced too. He's like a genuinely incredible person. He's a gentleman, like such a good heart, so generous. To me, he literally took me under his wing. So to me, like, he has a very special place in my heart. So yes, Christian Coachman, the founder of DSD. And then, so that's the lecture part. And then I also have a workshop, which I still can't believe, once again, I have a workshop at the AACD, but I have a workshop that it's very special, because this is a project that's been in the making, and I've been kind of the behind the scenes and the panel that's kind of designing this incredibly powerful software that it's called Smile Architect, and it's from Align, and it basically is that literal power together of smile designing our restorative goals on the ClinCheck platform. So it lets us not only tweak some of the smile designs, but also at the same time generate those ortho movements to the most predictable, conservative way so that we can achieve those smile designs in a seamless way. It's almost like putting all the pieces together, puzzle pieces together. And we've been working on this project for years. And the fact that it's now launching and that I get to, once again, it's so surreal, but that I get to kind of like show it to the world at AACD is really, really exciting. So I am very, very happy. And I don't know, I have to prepare a lot. It's still, a lot of preparation that goes with those big lectures, but I'm so thrilled and honored to have been invited to it. So thank you, AACD.
So for those of you that don't know Christian Coachman, I did the residency last summer, and Carla's name came up quite a bit. So I think she's probably the closest thing stateside to Christian Coachman that you can get. But I do have a question. Are you going to start off each lecture just up front, kind of dancing a little bit to a little Spanish music? And
if you're there and you join me, maybe.
and then maybe a little little cerveza afterwards, or a glass of wine. Christian's just like the most laid back.
Totally his style. It's ridiculous because every time we're like, at the end, like the champagne coming or the wine coming. And it's funny because last week I was just at COIS for my implant workshop. And if anyone's done the COIS curriculum, that's a heavy one. I mean, it's like the first 2 days, and I love implants, and I've been placing implants for 15 years, and I just love surgery. I mean, Bobbi does too, and she's incredibly experienced in surgery, and Rob as well. But it's a heavy one. The first 2 days is like, okay, John, like if you're telling me that that's the answer, I believe you. I don't need the research and the 15 papers proving that one point. So we were literally at the last hour. We're like, we could do with some, cocktails or something, So yeah, that always brings up a little bit of excitement at the happy hour. But Christian Coachman always does that. I don't think AACD would allow me to do that, but maybe we'll see.
Well, the dancing would probably be okay. It's just that when he was
got an end.
It was like 5 o'clock in the morning here when I'm watching that, and I'm just like trying to wipe my eyes, like, dude, how can you do this? Yeah,
so funny. So
yeah.
But you have to know that AACD does have a happy hour every night. So
there you go.
We'll be there. We'll see you there.
For sure.
Good. So yeah, I'm just excited for Carla just listening to this. Bobbi, you want to talk about some of the other speakers that are going to be there, or some other things that
I do. But before we go on, I want to tell you guys, in case you don't know, Carla is an amazing person. I mean, she has 2 teenage daughters. Her husband works full-time in the hospital. The woman travels around the world, but she's a phenomenal mother, a great wife. Her family life is incredible. I mean, I just admire her so much. And the fact that she can put all this together, be at the top of DSD, be at the top of Invisalign, and be a true leader in dentistry for all of us is just amazing. She's such a role model for all the young females out there and older females like myself. I mean, we all want to be like Carla, So she's such an amazing person. And I'm so excited to see her on stage at the AACD. I know she's going to rock it. She always does. So I'm so proud of you, Carla.
You're so gracious, Bobbi. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but the way I met Bobbi is we're part of this mastermind together, which to me, it's like almost like this incredible sisterhood. There's some heavy hitters, incredible women in there, but I met her through the mastermind. And funny enough, it was really surreal too, because there's all these like queens of dentistry, and they sort of knew each other and they were kind of friends, but I knew nobody. I was picked out from Instagram by Amanda C, which I call her my fairy godmother, because this group really, it's been I think it's been a key element for my growth and my inspiration to just like keep pushing through. So Bobbi's being incredibly gracious, but she should know that she is the inspiration for us too. So thank you, Bobbi.
Well, I will
that's
tell
an
you,
incredible group of women and that you all are involved with. So kudos to all of you.
I will tell you, now that Carla brought that up, I would encourage any young dentist to find some like-minded dentists and form a group and a collaborative together, because it is so powerful. Just leaning on each other, learning from each other, having the support of each other. It's amazing. It really is. So yeah, it's a great thing. I do want to tell you about a couple of things with AACD this year, because we have some great things going on. On Wednesday, there are accreditation workshops. And so those are the opportunities for people who want to be accredited to learn how to be accredited and what they need to do. And those are always great to be there for. We have some other great speakers, but I want to touch on this one thing on Friday afternoon. There's a new thing called Masterclass Discussion, and it's 8 doctors who are coming together, and they're going to briefly talk on their topic about 10 minutes, and then they're going to go to tables, and the doctors will have the opportunity to go to the tables to ask questions. Now, this is a sold out class, but we've opened it up to a bigger class, and now we're going to open it up to more people to come in because there's such a demand. But there are topics like one doctor's talking on how to incentivize your team, what does being accredited with the AACD, how does that impact your business and how you can talk to your patients about it, how to get new patients in your practice. A couple of the doctors are talking about retirement opportunities. A couple of people are talking about opening a practice. So it's just a lot of different topics from a dentist perspective, from a cosmetic dentist perspective, and more of a one-on-one to be able to have this discussion. So I think it's going to be kind of cool to have this for people. So it should be a lot of fun. So there are great opportunities, lots of lectures, lots of hands-on. You will learn anything you want to learn about cosmetics. It's so exciting. I really hope that everybody's going to be there. It's going to be a fun year.
And just so they know, it is not too late to sign up.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
And I will post the link in the comments, and I'll also put that up. It'll be at the end of the video as well. So,
Okay.
And Carla said it best. Jeff and I just came back from a lecture in Mexico, and it was just so great to be around people and to talk to them afterwards and to connect, and then to go to parties and dance and have a cocktail and eat an appetizer off of a buffet. And so there's all these things we've taken for granted for so many years. And it was just kind of normal and really nice. So
incredible. I mean,
for no other reason.
Right. Just to hang out.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and then Chicago Midwinter is coming too. And then I guess we're all going to be there as well. And then the Restorative Academy, and it's just so exciting. It's almost stressful with this schedule, so many trips, but I'm like, bring it. Bring it.
I want it all. Yes.
Yes.
It's so fun.
See you all this weekend.
Feel that way.
Yeah. We'll see you in chilly Chicago while you're in the Keys, Jennifer.
Sorry.
Why are you
Oh, we already had a long talk with Jennifer about that. Yeah.
Why are you going to the Keys? Take me.
Yeah, well, you're not that far. You could just go on a weekend.
But I need an excuse. I need a work excuse. I'm like, I have to go.
Oh, this is not work at all. This is 100%. To be fair, in-person meetings was still kind of questionable when I booked this trip 8 months ago. And actually the idea that all these meetings are going off and still happening is a really great sign. So I won't let you down next year. I will be there freezing my little buttock off up there.
Yeah, we're taking one for the team, JB.
Yeah,
I'm going to get a spray tan to go to Chicago just so I can feel warm when I get there, because that would be so cold.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that part, but I'm looking forward to seeing, a lot of
absolutely. It's such a great place. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So here's the report that we want from the meeting. Okay. So you have this Mad Hatter meeting on the first night.
Wednesday night.
I think if you think really hard about this, you've got one person in mind that's going to go all out and come out with the craziest costume. Okay, so
I love this
prize for the winner. So I want to go round robin here.
Oh my God.
We'll start with Jeff and go our way around. Come to me last. Who is going to be, out of the people that you think, and we probably know plenty of them, Jeff, that's going to be there, who's going to have the craziest costume at the Mad Hatter party?
Starting with me?
Yeah.
Is it going to be you?
No, no. Joyce Bassett.
It could be you.
Joyce Bassett. That was one of
Joyce Bassett.
a good guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
JB, who you got?
I'm going long shot. I'm going Coyce.
Ooh.
No.
I know.
That is really long shot.
No, that was lame.
All right.
Somebody needs to show him this video so he will say,
I still think he won't, but
I'm
that's
gonna
all
prove
nice
him
to
she's
think
right.
of him.
No, when Bobbi mentioned I can't remember, was it Bobby or Carla? One of you mentioned John or Carla. You said you're taking the Coyce courses now, and I meant to say who's that?
Yeah.
I'm
Carla.
actually excited. I'm graduating next month, so I'm like,
Congratulations.
yes.
Yay.
Wow, that's a tough question, man. I mean, maybe a demo, Bobby? Would a demo go out?
You've already got two of my choices. They've already been named. All right.
He could be in the running.
I think Adamo could be in the running.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bobby, who you
I
got?
can tell you, both of those were my choices. Joyce is crazy enough and Adamo's crazy enough that they're just going to go all out. And those were my only two.
Okay,
So
well,
Chad, you have somebody else. Tell us.
I'm gonna go with Scott Finley.
Wow.
Ah,
Okay.
we should
Well,
tell Georgia.
Because I think that Scott's the type of guy. I love Scott, but I think Scott's the type of guy that's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm in it to win it. I think Scott could throw down some cash on a pretty lit outfit for the Mad Hatter party.
Can I add a secondary category? Amanda will have the outfit that I wish I had.
Yes.
That's what I know.
Amanda
And-
always has that outfit.
Exactly.
Will look the way I wish I looked in that outfit.
Exactly. And the shoes
Okay,
will
so-
be perfect. And
Yes.
it won't even look like a costume, but it will be a costume. But
Yes.
she'll be the one I want to be.
Okay, so
100%.
Bobby, I'll give you three choices then, and you can choose from one of these and still win it. But I'll give you Amanda, I'll give you Betsy, and I'll give you Tracy Wynn.
Tracy.
Tracy.
Okay, all right,
Tracy.
there you go. I would have thrown Peter Alster out there, but
Yeah.
something tells me that Peter's going to be a little conservative at the Mad Hatter party.
I know Tracy's already all out for it. So yeah, it's gotta
Right.
be
I
Tracy.
feel like she told us that she already got her outfit. I actually haven't even thought about it. So
Oh yeah.
fresh with
Mine
all.
arrived today.
All right, so we'll
So it
ask.
might be Bobby.
No, I
Yeah.
won't be the craziest, that's for sure. I
We're
will
gonna
be in
ask.
costume.
We're gonna let Peter and David give us their first two off the top of their head as to who had the craziest outfit. So
I love it.
Okay.
I think that'll be a fun little game to come back in May and reconnect because I've got everybody written down. So
I love it. I love it.
all right, well,
All right.
April 27th through 30th in Orlando, incredible lineup of speakers, and I'll let Bobby and Carla give any closing remarks, but my whole point with the intimidation is to not be intimidated because you will learn from the greats, but they have the potential of being great mentors. And so I think there's a lot of camaraderie and a lot of mentorship that will come out of this. So don't be
And
afraid.
a lot of people willing to
especially the
check
young
their
ones.
ego at the door.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
One of the things I love about that group.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
Carla?
and like I said, just if you're intimidated, just come to me. I'm a normal person, completely normal person. I don't even know why I'm there. So just come hang out with me.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I can tell you the people involved at the AACD are there for you. I mean, they put forth effort for you to make sure that you're comfortable and that you're learning. So it's going to be a great meeting. I can't wait.
Well, good for you. We wish you guys all luck with the meeting, and I know it's going to be a great one. I mean, you've got the lineup, you've got the parties, you've got everything going. So I know it's going to be a great meeting.
All right, sounds great.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
coming
being
on
here.
Yeah.
tonight.
Thank
was
you guys. And for
great
the
hanging out with
support
you.
and for the words and for everything. Truly.
We love
truly.
it.
Well, you're going to do great. You're going to knock it out of the park. So just keep prepping.
You're coming to dance with me, right? It's a deal.
I may have to do that. There you go. If that's an
With the
invite.
cerveza.
Yes. Yeah.
You made that
All
clear
right,
too,
folks.
Chad.
All right,
Okay.
everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. And, we'll see hopefully some of you guys this week in Chicago. Take care.
We will be making a Drinks with Dinks announcement.
There
If
you go.
anyone's in the Keys, I would love to meet you at the Caribbean Club.
Yeah, right.
You had
Close it
to,
up.
you had to throw it
Great
there.
night, everybody.
All right. Good night.
Night.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Bye.